And the concern of everyone on that final grid was how to cope with the power off the line of Schanker, so amply demonstrated in the meeting so far.
Martin, you've been making some tremendous starts, so you're going to be leading into paddock?
I hope so, I don't think my position is that bad because I'm on the top, so if anybody tries to put me on the grass, it'll be out. But yes, this car is very quick, which shows that even a nearly 50-year-old man can be rapid off the line as well.
Alongside the Norwegian on the second row was Barry Squibb, seemingly without the power to match Schanker on the run down to paddock.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the problem. He seems to have more power than anybody, so the first corner will sort everybody out, I think, predominantly, and then after that, it's anybody's.
It's an all-Swedish front row then for the British Rallycross Grand Prix. Eklund on pole and Michael Jernberg alongside in his Ford. Second row, Barry Squibb lines up alongside rocket man Martin Schanker. Eklund there, tense moments before the start. Schanker looking very confident indeed. John Welch right at the back. He's got a lot of work to do in this final. Gollop in concentration. They await the starter there, telling them to look to the lights. The lights go from red to green. Eklund makes a great start from pole, but look at Schanker. Schanker absolutely blasts past on the outside. That's what everybody was worried he would do. He takes the lead into paddock, neat and tidy. Eklund second, Squibb a good third, and a battle for fourth there. Looks like Jernberg hasn't made such a good start as his fellow front row Swede. He's down in fourth. Duran a good fifth. Welch, he's made a good ground. He's up to sixth place, but it's Schanker out front. Can Eklund catch him? Can Barry Squibb go better than his third place last year? Jernberg and the other escort, and that's Gollop. Gollop, though, in trouble. He's pulled off from the outside of the circuit at paddock, and obviously he's had a tough time developing that Peugeot this year, but he'll be back. Here we in car at the start with Gollop. Go, and obviously some sort of transmission problem there. The car lurches, and a very disappointed Will. But the 3 times Grand Prix winner, he'll be back soon. There we see from the outside, Gollop's car just jerks forward and stops, but Schanker doesn't stop at all. He flies past that front row as if they were standing still, and goes into this lead with Eklund there keeping a tight line going into paddock. So Schanker out front now. 4.5 laps this final, and Schanker already with a good lead over Eklund and Squibb. Jernberg doing well, Duran still battling away after all those problems. He certainly will never give up. But Squibb is the man now British hopes really depend on. He's running third. They're sliding wide was Welch. Right at the back there, that's Richard Hutton. He's a Group N car, the only Group N car to qualify for the final. He's quickest Group N man all weekend, but unfortunately broke a gearbox in the Group N final and didn't star too well in the race. But he'll be trying to make up ground now in this Grand Prix final. Duran already begins to steam from that leaking radiator. He'll be watching his temperature gauge, worried that the engine's going to overheat, although Duran will probably keep his foot right on the accelerator until the whole engine blows up, knowing Pat. He'll be determined to finish as high as he can. The mechanics have done such a tremendous job, under 2 hours to get this car back and fit for the Grand Prix final. Schanker, though, no problems with his car, no problems at all with the road ahead, because that's clear. Belch of flame with these turbocharged cars pushing out 400, 500, 600 horsepower. And as they lift the throttle, you get that belch of flame. Through the tight S's, there's Steamer Duran doing his best in fifth, but nobody's stopping the 2 out front. Squibb can't do anything about Eklund, but he's holding off Jernberg. Jernberg's been very quick all weekend, and Squibb really holding his head up high against his very high-class European opposition. In the background, though, Duran trying to catch Jernberg, and they're pulling well clear of Welch down in 6th place. Here's that battle in for 6th. Welsh ahead of that Anders Norstedt in the Nissan. Sturkins in the Fiesta, and Hutton tries to get through for 8th place. He pushes Sturkins out wide. Sturkins off on the grass. He goes, oh, and so nearly clips the back of Hutton, but Hutton escapes in 8th place. Sturkins looks like he's stalled it, and he's right at the back now. But the man right at the front is Martin Schanker. As we go back and look at that instant again, Hutton pushing Sturkins wide, a little bit of a pushy manoeuvre, and Sturkins out on the grass really had very little control over missing Richard Hutton, but he did so. He's now got going again, but he's right at the back. Out front, though, Martin Schanker, just a lap and a half to go to another Grand Prix win, and it looks like a lap and a half is about all poor Duran will make. In car, we can see it's getting smoky inside. Feet working hard on brake, clutch pedals, And Duran still soaring away at the wheel. He must be almost in a steam bath there. Let's hope that engine can last another lap and a half. Here goes Shankar across the knife edge for the last time, heading up for one more lap. And Duran can probably hardly see where he's going. He's dropping away in 5th now, well back from Jernberg, but still ahead of John Welch. So I think Duran will be happy just to finish, to give reward to those mechanics that did just a superb job to get that burnt car back on the grid. Overhoff is dropped, while Shankar is about a quarter a lap ahead of Duran across that gap, the new gap where the track's been changed out onto the racetrack, down Surtees Straight. Eklund still charging hard behind, but I don't think he's going to catch Shankar. He's kept the pressure on him all weekend, but when it came to the final, Martins just showed that little bit of an edge. And Eklund, he's got a puncture. Front right of the car has got a puncture of Eklund, so this is Squibb's chance now to go one better than his 3rd place last year. Shankar well out in the lead, going through the S's. And now, yes, Squibb has seen it. Squibb is charging. Here, Eklund's problem is he can't turn left. He'll be able to turn right on this next corner. Squibb right up his backside, pushes the tyres out of the way, tries to get the inside. Eklund shuts the door. Shankar out of Druid, through Langley's gap, onto the knife edge, all over Eklund. Squibb doesn't know which way to go. Shankar wins the Grand Prix. Who's going to be second? They're side by side, touching paintwork. It's going to be Squibb. Jernberg almost takes 3rd off Eklund, but there was no doubt about the winner, and look at him. Always an extrovert. Martin Shankar celebrates victory in the British Rallycross Grand Prix from that tremendous battle from 2nd, which was Squibb, Eklund and Jernberg. Duran a great 5th, Welch in 6th. So that's 3. You've equal Will Gollop now. You've won 3 times. You'll be back next year to win for a 4th time?
Well, give it a try, you know, for next year. If the car is performing like this and I'm not getting that much slower, I reckon we could perform for a 6th European Championship.
Okay.
Unless you want to have a go with me.
Still the major force in Rallycross.